Today, I think I am going to go down that road of the Epstein Files, even though I didn't want to, but I'm going to. The only reason I'm talking about Donald Trump today is because I watched this ridiculous exchange between Harriet Hagman and Jamie Raskin. For some reason, the Democrats think they have to push that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump are best friends, and that is not true.
Donald Trump was, by Jeffrey Epstein's own account, Jeffrey Epstein's closest friend for more than a decade. I'm happy to yield to the gentle lady from Wyoming if she chooses to deny that or has some evidence to rebuff that.
Absolutely.
Oh, you don't accept any of the photographic?
No evidence of that whatsoever.
Have you ever seen a photograph of Jeffrey?
Who was your
I'm
attorney?
reclaiming my time, Ms. Hagman. Reclaiming my time, Ms. Hagman.
Who was Epstein's attorney?
I'm reclaiming my time.
The committee will come to order.
I'm very happy.
Mr. Raskin controls the time. Mr. Raskin.
There are tons of photographs of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, which the gentlelady apparently chooses not to see with her own eyes. There's lots of video.
What's the last date of
There's lots of video evidence of it. They were best friends for more than a decade.
I also find it very interesting that the Democrats are not focused on the Democrats that are in those files. And they're saying that Donald Trump, which he is mentioned in about 5,300 files, which I believe there's over 38,000 references to Donald Trump in these files, but it's not because they were friends. The reason Donald Trump is mentioned so many times is because Jeffrey Epstein actually hated him because he could not get Donald Trump to take one of his honeypots or fall into the traps that he kept setting for him, because Donald Trump's not that kind of guy. So what happened is right before Jeffrey Epstein was convicted, Donald Trump is the only one who helped law enforcement be able to catch him. He was the only one who didn't have to be subpoenaed, and they didn't actually have to take a deposition from him because he volunteered the information. He was the only one out of all the people on the witness list against Jeffrey Epstein who actually complied.
Mr. Bradley Edwards, attorney who's represented many of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein.
The only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, "Let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know," and was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him.
And that was in 2009?
That was in 2009. So,
do you know if there's any truth to James Patterson's claims that Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago?
I've definitely heard that.
In 2016, he wrote about Jeffrey Epstein in his book, Filthy Rich, a powerful billionaire, the sex scandal that undid him, and all the money that justice can buy. Apparently, President Trump had some sort of falling out with Epstein.
There were some complaints about Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, and also I spoke to the head of the spa there, and she said that I said, "Did you ever meet Epstein?" She said, "Oh yes." She said he would come and he was inappropriate with some of the younger women there, and she said, "I went to Mr. Trump and Trump threw him out of the club."
So it's your understanding then that President Trump, or at that time Mr. Trump, didn't know what Jeffrey Epstein was up to?
That is correct. Epstein liked stars. One of the weird ones is Stephen Hawking. He did take Stephen Hawking to his Lolita's Island, which is really odd. But he loaned Clinton his plane at least on 4 occasions, and it was and I'm not just saying this because I know the president, but it had to do with the foundation.
And it only stands to reason that after the conviction and after Donald Trump kicked him out of his resorts and then also banned him from going to any Trump properties at all, that Jeffrey Epstein would hate him even more because he could not get Donald Trump under his thumb like he had with other people like Bill Gates and the Clintons and, all those people that are mentioned, especially Stacey Plaskett, who apparently, according to Harriet Hagman, is the fixer and was the fixer for Jeffrey Epstein.
Just very briefly, I think that the Epstein files have now been mentioned upwards of 20 times during the course of this markup today, when what we're focusing on is whether we need to adopt a law to prevent men from participating in women's athletics. One person even made the accusation that there is this whole slew of powerful men who have been covering for Jeffrey Epstein and their abusers. Well, you want to know who actually ran cover for Epstein? Who actually covered for the abuser? Do you want to know who actually protected Jeffrey Epstein? Well, her name is Stacey Plaskett, and she is a Democrat representative from the Virgin Islands. So if you want to go in and look at the Epstein files, why don't you go ahead and do a word search for Stacey Plaskett, representative from the Virgin Islands, the woman who was Jeffrey Epstein's fixer. So if you want to talk about powerful men covering for Epstein, I think Stacey Plaskett has something as well to answer for being Jeffrey Epstein's fixer. So I would start on that side of the aisle to determine what kind of work she was doing for Mr. Epstein, because we know that she was his fixer, and her name is in the Epstein files repeatedly.
Now, here's some other disturbing news, and that is in Minnesota. Apparently, those calling us fascists are acting like Nazis with a road check. They're asking for your papers, please. They're not police officers, and they're stopping traffic in the middle of the roads and running people's license plates to see if they are ICE license plates.
Yeah, he's just our Somalian Uber driver, man.
Hey, how's it going?
You said his license plates are ICE?
Doing good, yeah. I was just saying, it looks like in our system, your plates came up as an ICE plate. That doesn't seem like it's the case, but I just wanted to come through and see what was up and talk to you, see how you were doing. Okay, I figured, yeah.
I mean, he's clearly Somalian.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, well, glad to hear it. What's your name? Ali? Ali, nice.
How long have you guys been out here today? Are we good though?
Yeah, we're good.
I do want to ask, what's the system you guys are using out here? I mean, because it's obvious that was wrong, right? I mean, the guy was just a Somalian Uber driver,
totally.
not ICE.
Well, the thing is, ICE, they're renting a lot of cars. But yeah, we'll take this off the list. Yeah. Who y'all with?
We're honestly just from California. Just independent photojournalists. Name's,
okay, do y'all have like a Twitter or something?
Jorge Ventura.
Jorge
Ventura.
All right, cool. Thank you.
How long has this been set up, man? Like, the images of this are going viral online. That's what we came. I don't know if you know if they're going viral. But.
Yeah, no, I heard that. People are saying that, and a lot of the neighbors support what we're doing. So happy to be here.
Has local law enforcement said anything?
Not that we know of, no. But look, I gotta get back to this. I'm not trying to do no interview. All right.
Here in South Minneapolis, we just actually spoke to some of the individuals that you want to just check out here, wearing the kind of black block covering their faces. They have this kind of blockade here where they're stopping some vehicles. Actually, Eric, if you could point down there, they're actually stopping this vehicle and they check the out-of-state plates just to see if they're ICE. And what's interesting is just moments ago, down there, we have an Uber driver. He's from Somalia. He's clearly not ICE. And they said that in their database that vehicle was popping up as an ICE vehicle. So we were questioning them about this database that they're using. Obviously, there's some type of network or communication. According to them, local law enforcement hasn't even came in and stopped. So, Eric, just kind of shoot some of this and check it out. They're on the phones. I guess they were checking the license plate. We heard in their walkie-talkie that the license plate that they ran is not ICE, but you can see they're on their walkie-talkies kind of talking. We want to find out a little bit more about the database, but they don't want to answer our questions. So this is the situation right now here in South Minneapolis. It's called like a blockade. Hey, how you doing? Just talk to me a little bit about this database, because we just ran our Somali Uber driver's license plate. I mean, you guys did run his license plate without his permission. Just talking about the database a little bit, you know? So, this is the scene right now in South Minneapolis, 32nd Street here on Cedar Avenue. You can't have saw me, dude.
Get in the fucking car.
You can't.
Get in the fucking car, man.
Go away. So they're assaulting me and my photojournalist. Got it all on video. They actually tried to steal my phone, but unsuccessful. And you're gonna get blasted all over the internet, buddy.
And the people who are absent on all of this, who have said no words whatsoever, are Tim Walz, the governor, and Jacob Frey, the two cowards that run that area. Totally illegal. And I think that the people who are getting stopped could actually sue both the governor and Jacob Frey, because they're the perpetrators in all of this. When you let people like this do lawless things and harass people and act as if they're some kind of official, basically using public information that is supposed to be only accessible by law enforcement, and that has to be under the right circumstances. You can't just run people because you want to run them. That's totally illegal. Even cops can't do that. This is proof enough right here that the police department in Minneapolis is aiding and abetting crime right now. As far as I'm concerned, the feds should be able to go in there and stop them, because it's obvious the state and the city and the county aren't going to do it. I don't know about you, but from what I can tell, the fabric of the United States of America is so tightly woven with crime, I don't think we can ever come back from this. That is why we have a constitution. So if we do not like what is going on, we can start over. I highly doubt that the criminals that are so embedded in our society right now would ever let that happen. For the America Matters radio show, I'm April Lejeune.